Folks, it's me, Chris, with Gig Man's Life. Yeah, baby, it's a Gig Man's Life indeed. And yes, these are those times where a writer who has subscribed to the channel heard about this and my explanation and said, dude, you should make this video. This is where people need to go and see it. And of course, this is the gig man's life and pragmatism in action. You know, the biggest part about this is that discussion around e-bikes often falls into two camps. One side wants to treat every e-bike like an ordinary bicycle. The other wants to regulate all of them like motorcycles. I don't think either approach reflects reality, especially when these things can whip up, and get serious injuries to pedestrians and to the riders and causing property damage. The electric bikes have become an important transportation tool. They help people to get to work, attend schools, keep medical appointments, and reduce costs of transportation. For many people, they represent the most affordable way to maintain their independence. At the same time, we've also seen growing numbers of powerful electric bikes being ridden at high speeds through neighborhoods, on bike paths, and in traffic. Some are being operated by children who have little understanding of traffic laws. Others have become so powerful that they perform more like scooters or even motorcycles than bicycles. The answer isn't banning e bikes, the answer is matching responsibility to capability. Transportation should help people improve their lives. On one of the biggest mistakes government can make is creating barriers that make it harder for people to become productive. Reliable transportation always allows people to get to work, earn money, pay fines, support their families, and eventually restore privileges they may have lost. If someone loses the ability to drive an automobile, removing every practical transportation option often makes it harder for them to improve their situation. A transportation system should encourage responsibility, not create impossible obstacles. A two-tier micromobility system, rather than treating every electric bike the same, I believe Massachusetts should consider the practical two-tier framework while continuing to recognize that electric motorcycles remain a separate category. Of course, tier one low speed transportation uh, should remain the focus on affordable everyday transportation requirements. Could include a minimum operator age of 16, maximum assisted operating speed of 25 miles per hour, no driver's license required, no liability insurance required, compliance with traffic laws, no passengers unless the bicycle is specifically designed to carry one. A speed around 25 miles per hour recognizes that experienced cyclists can reach similar speeds under their own power in some situations, while still keeping this category centered on the practical transportation rather than the high performance riding. Tier 2, higher performance electrical vehicles. As electric bicycles become heavier, faster, and more powerful, they begin behaving less like a bicycle and more like a motorized vehicle. Tier 2 would recognize that change requirements could include a Massachusetts driver's license or restricted micromobility endorsement, liability insurance, minimum operator age of 16, no passengers unless the vehicle is specifically designed for carrying one, compliance with all traffic laws, full accountability under impaired operation laws, which should still happen at tier 1. Excuse me. Vehicle in this category occupy much of the same operating environment as many scooters. With that additional capability should come additional responsibility. A restricted mobility endorsement. Excuse me. One of the ideas I believe deserves serious discussion is restricted endorsement for people who have lost their full driving privileges. This isn't intended to excuse bad decision. It's intended to provide a practical pathway forward, whether someone's license has been suspended because of unpaid administration fees or another qualifying reason. They still need a way to get to work and rebuild their lives. Under this proposal, person could qualify to operate tier 2 vehicles under strict conditions, including, you know, no operating while impaired, compliance with all traffic laws, immediate suspension of the endorsement for serious violations, maintaining a clean operating record. Because these are the things that are needed to be said and done. Now, I can go and say the rest of this and everything, but I will suggest take a look at the website and the article. It's a pretty good one on the subject, and you can check it out at Pragmatism in Action, because that makes a quick way of finding them. I might have to go and do some things. But yes, I just want to go and thank Justice for checking out the page and subscribing. Now I just need one more subscriber to be 50 subscribers. I've been building this. If you go through the videos on the channel, you'll see how much I've been building up my followership. My fellowship. My precious. But you can check out what's going on the site. I've really got to get going, folks. So you have yourself a great day, and thank you very much for watching.